everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is going to be an extreme closet declutter. So with working from home and spending more time at home, not going out as much, and now sharing a closet with my husband, I felt like it was really time for me to get down and declutter this closet. I have the bottom row here. My husband has the top. We're not going to touch that today. I also have a row of dresses, and then in my office, I have a larger unit where I keep all of my sweaters and sweatshirts, and we're going to tackle that as well. So if you guys are ready for it, it's time to declutter. So let's jump right into the video. I'm going to start on the side of my closet where I keep all of my dresses and pull things down section by section just so I have a little more space to go through everything. And while there are so many different techniques and ways that you can go about decluttering, and especially decluttering your closet, the way that I'm going to do it, at least with my dresses, is to start by pulling the things that I absolutely know that I love, I want to keep, I've worn recently, I wear all the time, those types of things, and put them in a keep pile. I'm also going to separate out things that I know I absolutely want to get rid of, and then everything else I'm going to put in a maybe pile, and I'll go through it once I've given all of the dresses an initial pass. I also found this little white 2-piece number, had some stains on it, so that's going to be another category of things that either need to be washed or brought to the dry cleaner. The dress category is really interesting at a time like this where I'm not going to as many events. I'm not going to the office 5 days a week. If you didn't know, I'm actually an attorney and I'm used to wearing dresses, skirts, nice pants and blouses and heels pretty much every day to work. So it's so strange for me to have all of these dresses and nowhere to wear them to right now. And I think even in the future, I'm most likely, and most people probably aren't going to be going back to the office 5 days a week, at least for quite a while. So I think it's safe for me to start decluttering some dresses and just keeping my favorites.
Or is it the same with that girl you texted when I look away? 'Cause in the echo of your silence, I only hear what's best for me. Yeah, in the echo of your silence, I'm thinking more of her. She who wants to study your body, who gets the better version of you. I need the bitter truth. I need the better version of you. Oh, I need, I need the better version of you. Oh, I need, I need the better you.
So now that I've taken a first pass of all of my dresses, it's time to go through the pile. That's the maybe pile. So it's basically everything that's not a favorite of mine or something that I wear all the time or have recently worn. And I'm going to start deciding what I want to get rid of. So everything I'm putting on the door handle there, that is my pile to donate or consign. So it's a little win every time I'm able to hang something up in that pile.
Talking to each other, I know we feel the same about the situation.
Now this dress is covered in sequins, and you can see I'm pointing out that I noticed there are multiple spots where some of the sequins and beading has been torn off. So it's something that I'm going to get rid of. It's probably beyond repair. I originally put it in the pile and thought that there were just a couple of spots where there were beads missing, but there's actually quite a few.
Like anything we've done before, yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away.
You can see I definitely pause longer with some items, thinking it over. Am I going to wear it again? Asking myself, does it spark joy? Sometimes that is a good thing to actually ask yourself. Do I look good in it? This little blue romper I just tried on for a recent wedding and put it on and didn't love the way I looked in it, so that's something to get rid of as well.
Mixed emotions, the first step is always hard when you walk out of the doorway, but that's just the place to start. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance, not like anything we've done before.
Now I'm just going to grab all of the clothing that I want to donate or consign and pull it out of the closet, tidy up a little bit, and then head back over to the dress side and start to color code it. Of course, I like to organize things in rainbow order, so I'm grabbing all of the reds and going to stick that on the far left side. Now, watching this back, I think it's so crazy that I didn't think about this before, but my husband and I like the little divider in the middle of this section of the closet and having each of us have one side of it. And that does mean that since I have more stuff, mine gets a little more squished. And he definitely does not use up his full space. So with that unit on the left next to me, now that I'm watching this back, it makes so much more sense for me to go back and switch all of my clothing to the right side and his to the left side, so I don't have to try and get behind that piece of furniture every single time I want to get a red dress or a color that starts at the beginning of the rainbow. So now that I'm watching this clip back, I think after this, I'm going to go switch our clothing.
Come run away, don't be afraid, we'll be okay, and I know it's the right thing to do, let's break away, all colors will fade, let's go our own way, now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you, I'll stand by you, now's the time to decide what to do, let's break away.
Okay, on to all of my tops. So the first section that I have here is all of my long sleeve and short sleeve tops. That's what I'm going through and going to use that door handle again for items that I want to donate or consign. So I'm making some pretty quick decisions here. I'm not pulling everything out for the tops. I'm just grabbing things that I know I want to get rid of. And then I'm putting away a couple of the items that were sitting just at the front of this section that weren't properly organized with the rest of the colors. And there we go. Look, I was hiding stuff under my clothing. I don't know if we had guests over or I didn't want my husband to see or what it was, but there's a moment of real life. I was stuffing some clothing away to make it look neat and tidy.
Close to you. For the longest time I've been trying to find someone like you, but I keep crashing back into all the things that you would do. For the longest time I've been out in my mind trying to lose every single trace of you.
Now, as the closet goes further back there, I am going to start pulling everything out just because it's really hard to get back there and for the camera angle as well. So I have a separate section for my tank tops. I organize by color within that section as well. So I'm just going to start decluttering these and then put the tank tops back and move on to my jacket section.
Nothing, no, nothing. I said nothing comes close to you. When I close my eyes now, like I got your smile going on repeat. You're the star of my movie, but now it's done, still stuck in my seat. Ain't getting off easy, like I'm doing time.
So near the way back, I keep all of my leather jackets, my jean jackets, as well as my blazers. Basically anything that I don't want to put in my actual coat closet. So I'm going to go through this section one by one the way I've done with everything else and make a pile of things I for sure want to get rid of and then put everything back.
Close to you. For the longest time I've been trying to find someone like you, but I keep crashing back into all the things that you would do. For the longest time I've been out in my mind trying to lose every single trace of you, but I know it's true.
Another pile of stuff I can take to my bed where I'm putting all of my donations and consignment stuff. And then I'm going to organize all of the hangers that I have piled on the floor here from things I've taken off hangers to get rid of, or some extra hangers I've just found throughout the closet on the rod where I must have taken clothing off and then just left the hanger behind. Of course, if I'm getting rid of stuff, I'm going to take it off of all of my hangers so I can make sure to keep those and fold them nicely so I can take them to a consignment store or to donate. A couple of them I'm checking the tags as I take them off the hangers to figure out which pile they go into. The consignment store that I like to bring stuff to here in Denver usually takes more high-end stuff, and they're pretty picky about what they take. So I just bring only nice clothing that still has the tag on it so they can recognize the brand, that stuff, and then everything else I will most likely just donate. Now that the closet is fully decluttered, I'm going to head into my office, and that's where I have this large PAX unit from IKEA, and I store all of my sweatshirts and sweaters here. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull some of the sweaters out that either don't belong in this area or I want to for sure get rid of, or a couple of them are more cardigans, and I've decided that I want to actually hang those in my closet, and they would be better on a hanger as opposed to folded in one of these drawers. So with that initial pass done, I'm gonna grab all of my sweaters out of the top drawer and start refolding them and making sure they're all in color order as well as folded nice and neatly so it looks clean in there.
You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, cleaning out. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep. With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say it during night, but in the morning you're asleep.
So I have a couple of questions about sweaters. My first question is, do you fold or hang your sweaters? Of course, you'll see my thick sweaters I really like to fold. I hate having those shoulder bumps, so I definitely prefer to fold them. And my second question for you is, are you a file folder like the Marie Kondo method, like you'll see I'm doing here, where everything's folded vertically and you can see them? Or do you fold the old-fashioned way and stack everything on top of each other? The second drawer down is where I keep all of my sweatshirts. I don't wear a ton of sweatshirts, but around the house, sometimes I just want to be cozy. So it is nice to have a few of them. And every now and then I'm kind of lazy and just wear a sweatshirt when I go run errands or something like that. Now you'll see I did do file folding on the first drawer with my sweaters, but the next two drawers I decided just to do regular old folding because this sweatshirt drawer and the drawer below where I have some of my lighter jackets, they're so bulky that the file folding method just doesn't work super well.
Why don't you stay? Why don't we talk about this? Why don't you stay? Why don't we talk about this? With us it's all or nothing. Ooh, but guess I need more of you. With us it's all or nothing, but guess I need more of you. You say you do it night, but in the morning you just...
So I have my two piles of clothing that I'm going to declutter. Quite proud of myself. I feel like it's a decent amount of stuff that I decided to get rid of. I have one pile that I'm going to bring to a consignment store, and the other pile I'm probably just gonna go ahead and donate. But if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'm probably gonna do another one where I declutter my accessories, like my shoes, my jewelry, my purses, and that type of stuff. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you get to see that video. And until next time, I will see you guys later.